11th. I am Avnash Lambert, your business teacher, and welcome to the online tutorial sessions for business studies. Today we are going to continue our first chapter, which is nature and purpose of business. We are continuing the topic, the objectives of business. Now we had completed the economic objectives, we had completed the social objectives. Today we are going to continue with the human or individual objective. The third type of objective, which is human or individual objective. Now, it refers to the objectives related to employees of the organization. Here we are talking about the employees, those persons who are working in that particular organization. Employees are valuable resources who contribute significantly to the success of business. It's obviously that employees are the key to the success. If you are having a good employee, if you are having good staff, then it's definitely you are going to progress, you are going to grow. So the employees play a very important role in the success of any business. They play a very significant role. They work so hard, they use their brain so hard that the business is growing. Now, to get maximum from the employees and to keep the employees motivated, the business must care of their employees by pursuing individual objectives. Now, as a businessman, as an employer who appoints the employees, he needs to take care of his employees so that he can bring out the best version of their employees. If he can bring out the best version of his employees, then the employees will gonna work the 100% with the 100% efficiency, and with all the creativity and with all the hard work, they can achieve the success. Now, for getting maximum, to get the 100% from the employees and to keep employees motivated, it's very important to keep motivating your employees. So the business must take care of their employees. It's obvious, they are your employees, you must take care of them by pursuing the individual objectives. So they provide them some individual objectives. Now what are they? The common objectives are providing good working conditions. The most important one. If you are having a very healthy working environment, the people are around you are very good in nature, they are talking very politely, they are wishing you always, they are well wishers of you, there is no backstabbing, they are not talking bad behind your back, and such conditions. If the boss is very polite with them, he do not scold, instead he explains them how to do it correctly. So if the working conditions are good, then it's definitely the individual objective for the employees. Every employee wants to work in such working conditions where the atmosphere is cool and polite. Now the next one, payment of competitive and satisfactory wages and salary. The next important thing is the money. How much income I am earning, how much salary I will get, how much wages I am getting. If I compare my salary with the other employees of other organization, then I will come to know if I am treated better or not. If I am treated fine, then no problem. If I am having the salary which is equivalent or more than the competitive business employee salary, then I am okay with that. But what if I am not getting the salary as according to the other employees? Then it will become a pinch point for my life and I will try to leave that business. So in that case, the salaries and wages should be competitive and satisfactory. They are very important. If the salary is satisfactory, then no problem with that. The employees will remain there. Is that clear? Now, let's come to the next one. The personal growth. This is very important for anyone, not only for employees but for everyone. Personal growth and development of employees by imparting training to employees and keeping updating their knowledge. The personal growth, how much I am growing from my mind, how I am learning the new things, how I am being trained. Many employees are being trained after their employment. When they get the job, when they are employed, then their employers provide them certain training so that they can be more efficient. Development of employees is important. If you need to grow your business, you need to grow your employees. So that's the point here. Personal growth and development of employees by imparting training to employees and updating their knowledge. You need to update them. They should not be working on the older basis. They should be learning the new things the world has brought to them. Now the next one. Peer recognition. They should be friendly. There should be a family. Now, respect. Both the things. They should be treated like a family and there should be mutual respect. How? By encouraging employees to take initiative and participating in decision making. They should recognize their colleagues. They should not be treated as the junior one. They should be treated as colleagues. And there should be a mutual respect between the employees by encouraging their employees, by motivating them. For what? Motivating for what? They should be motivated to take initiative, to take steps and to participate in the decision making. There are so many employees who have so many ideas which the employers ask them, but due to the no peer recognition and no respect, they choose to keep silent, and the ideas which they should be providing to the employer have remained in the mind of that employee. They do not speak the things. So in order to bring out the best ideas from its employees, the employer must respect them and should encourage them to take initiative and to participate in the decision making. Is that clear? Now, providing special benefits. There should be some special benefits provided to the employees, such as what? Housing facilities. If they are from outside the station, out of station, they should be provided with certain housing facilities. They should be provided a rental house or some housing facilities. The medical facilities. Most of the employees provide the insurance to their employees. Free education for the children. The children of that employees must receive the free education. So basically these are the individual or human objectives which an employer should provide to the employees of the organization. Let's come to the next topic. The topic is concept of profession and the concept of employment. We had already covered the differences between business, profession and employment, in which I had given you the outlines of profession and employment, but still some of you were asking to, sir, please explain in more detail. So here we go. Let's start with the concept of profession. Now, what is profession? It includes those activities which requires special knowledge. You need some extra knowledge for doing those activities, and with knowledge you need some skills too. You need some skills to be applied by individuals on their occupation to earn fees. They don't get salary to earn fees. They charge fees. Now, those activities which require special knowledge and skills applied by the individuals in their occupation to earn fees, those are known as professionals. Those persons are known as professionals. Now, let's talk about the characteristics of profession. First, well-defined body of knowledge. The profession is very well explained and defined institution. Every profession has a systematic body of knowledge which can be learnt by instruction. Each profession has a very specific type of body of knowledge which can be learned with the general instructions, which can be learned by the instructions. Now, for example, you need to do your MBBS for becoming a doctor. So basically, for becoming doctor, you can learn the things which are instructed you in the institution. So it's a well-defined body of knowledge. Now, restricted entry. It restricts the entry on the basis of examination. They take examination. They check your skills. They check your knowledge. And on the basis of those examinations or your education, they restrict you. They stop you from there. If you are good enough, they will allow you. but if you are not good enough, they will restrict you. An individual can enter a profession like chartered accountant, doctor, lawyer only after acquiring knowledge and skills through the formal education and training. Suppose one want to become a chartered accountant, he need to clear his CA examination. If someone want to become the lawyer, he need to clear LLB. If someone want to become a doctor, he needs to clear MBBS, and so many other professions are there. Now, there are professional associations, those associations which conduct these professional examination. All professions are affiliated to professionals association. All the professions have their separate professional associations. Is that clear? Now, which regulates entry? They will check your entry. They will grant certificates. They will provide you certificate that you are an authentic lawyer or you are a certified doctor. Certificate of practice, and develops a code of conduct. It also gives the code of conduct for all the members. The members of the professions have to follow certain codes, rules sincerely and honestly. There are certain rules which every professional has to follow. There is no other option. He has to follow. If he is not following those code of conduct, he is removed. He is removed straight away. His certificate gets cancelled. You have heard so many times about the doctors that they were misconducting their professions and they were removed away from their certificates. Now, for example, the lawyer. If we take an example of lawyer has to become member of bar council. For the lawyership, there is a bar council which manages, conducts and grants certificate to the lawyers. Come next, the next topic. Next one is service motive. The next characteristic of profession is service motive. The basic motive of profession is to serve, to help, to guide the clients with dedication. Dedication is important to serve clients. If you are not honest, if you are not dedicated, your client will not come to you. They will choose some other professions. If a doctor is not treating their patient properly, then he will switch to some other doctor. Likewise lawyers, likewise teachers, and so many different professions. What is the reward? If you are in a profession, then what is the reward? They earn income from fees. The charges, fees. The fees, they don't get salary, they don't get profit, they charge fees for their services. And what's the nature of their work? Provides consultancy and advisory services. They provide consultancy and advices to the people, to the clients, to their customers, you can say. Now, nature, consultancy and advisory services. Now, next topic is concept of employment. What is employment? It refers to the occupation in which people work for others. It's an occupation. We do something, but for others and get remunerated. Remunerated means to receive something in return of our services. In return in form of salary and wages. This is the occupation in which we do the work or services for the others, and in return we get the remuneration in the form of salary and wages. Like managers, assistant, clerk, peons, they all are the employees, and the person who appoints them is the employer. Now the characteristics of employment. First of all, it's a contractual relation. It's a piece of paper in which all the contract guidelines, all the rules and regulations, what the employer wants from his employees and how the employee is going to behave in the institution, all such things are written very clearly. And employment is an outcome. It's a result of a contract between employee and employer. It's a result of the contract between employee and the employers. The contract may be written. Contract may be in written form or sometimes verbal also. This is a contract, verbal contract also. It consists of terms and conditions. This written piece of paper, this written piece of contract consists of all the terms and condition which is being applied on the employees. Now, the second characteristic. It's a reward or return. So there is a return which is paid in form of salary or wages for rendering our services. Whatever I am doing for that employer, I will get paid in form of salary or wages. Now, the nature of work. The employer is required to perform work as prescribed by the employer. What is the nature of work? All those work which is being told by the employer to his employees to do such things. So, employee is required to perform as prescribed by the employer. As prescribed by the employer means as told by the employer. Fourth, capital investment. No, there is no need for any capital investment. You don't need to invest money or any assets in the employment. No need of any capital investment. Next one, code of conduct. Employees has to follow norms of behavior as laid down by the employer. What is the code of conduct? How do they perform their duties? As per the guidelines, as per the norms, as per the contract by the employer. The last one, is there any qualification required? Yes, employee is required to possess qualifications and training also as prescribed by the employer. Whenever the job vacancy is circulated, there is a minimum qualification column also in which the qualification or skills or training is being mentioned. So the employer need to possess those qualifications and training as prescribed by the employer. So students, that's all for today. I hope profession and employment is much more clearer now. So we'll see you in the next video. Till then, stay safe, stay home.